When investors evaluate dividend stocks, they often focus on one number: current yield. But yield alone doesn't tell you how reliable a company's dividend growth has been over time. A much better question is, how consistently has management increased the dividend faster than inflation? In this analysis, we're looking at the period from 2015 through 2025. Each individual year is classified into one of several categories. Dividend cuts and freezes appear on the left. Years where dividend growth failed to keep up with inflation are shown in yellow. And stronger years move progressively further to the right, based on how much the dividend outpaced inflation. The result isn't just another ranking, it's a visual fingerprint of each company's dividend growth consistency over an entire decade. Let's start with the strongest performers. The first group represents companies that delivered exceptional dividend consistency. Broadcom stands out immediately. All 10 years beat inflation, and every single increase exceeded 10%. That's extremely rare, even among elite dividend growth companies. Lam Research and Visa also achieved perfect 10 out of 10 records. While one year came in slightly lower, roughly 90% of their increases still exceeded 10%. Microsoft follows a similar pattern. Every year beat inflation, with most increases landing comfortably above 7%. Eli Lilly narrowly missed a perfect score because of one year where dividend growth fell below inflation. Even so, 9 out of 10 years still delivered real dividend growth. These companies demonstrate an important characteristic. Their dividends didn't simply grow, they consistently increased purchasing power for long-term shareholders. The second group illustrates that consistency exists on a spectrum. Apple and Johnson & Johnson both posted 9 years at or above inflation. However, their dividend growth profiles are very different. Apple delivered a broader mix of moderate and high-growth increases. Johnson & Johnson relied on smaller but remarkably dependable annual raises. JPMorgan achieved 8 inflation-beating years, combining periods of strong growth with a couple of slower years. Exxon Mobil reflects the impact of operating in a cyclical industry. Despite maintaining its dividend, several increases barely kept pace with inflation during weaker commodity markets. Walmart presents perhaps the most conservative profile. Half of its annual increases fell below inflation, showing that maintaining a long dividend streak doesn't necessarily mean preserving purchasing power. For long-term dividend investors, this chart highlights an important distinction. A company can raise its dividend every year and still lose ground to inflation. The most valuable dividend growers are the ones that consistently increase income faster than the rising cost of living. And over long investment horizons, that consistency can make a meaningful difference in the income your portfolio generates.